Jimmy, Alex is back into the snacks again.
What the hell? Jimmy, what the hell is in my Flaming Hot?
You just had a heart attack. You can't eat Flaming Hot Cheetos.
Jimmy, shut up! These are heart healthy, dude. They're vegetarian.
And what way are they heart healthy?
They're red hot, so they're the better ones because they're flaming. Help you lose weight.
This helps you lose weight?
Yeah, these are diet Cheetos.
Diet, where does it say diet on here?
It doesn't need to say diet. I know what they say. Just chill out, dude. Let's start the show.
I'm so fly, I'm aligned with the planes. My grind so refined, I got no time for no games. Ask yourself why would I make time for you lames? At all costs, cause I'm a boss. But break them off, yeah, gotta break them off.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Prime Time with Alex Stein. I'm your host, Alejandro Stein. We got a great show for you this evening. We got Ariadna Jacob on to talk about all the creepiness and weird things and all the child predators at Nickelodeon. But before we get into that, tonight we have a very special event that we're trying to pull off. I want to kind of reveal it. We are going to try to call into the New York City Council public safety meeting live during the show. So at any moment, we might have to cut from the regular show and go live to City Council. So be on the lookout for that because things could get really freaking crazy. So what's going on? This new documentary, Jimmy, what's it called?
It's called Quiet on Set.
Why? Because they don't want you to hear you scream? Is that why? Why is it called Quiet on Set again?
Yeah, scream while they're doing unspeakable things to children. Yeah, that's what they meant.
Well, the reason why this is a big deal, and it's been kind of an open secret in Hollywood, is that they have a thing called the casting couch. And what's so sick and disgusting is this casting couch isn't just for women of adult age. I mean, they have children, kids, that they manipulate and they use their power in order to get a role or get a TV show or get a movie. And you have people like Dan Schneider, who is the main culprit in this whole thing, I believe. Dan Schneider is not the focus of this documentary.
Well, no, he's one of them. And then Brian Peck is
yes,
the
Brian
one.
Peck. He's the one that supposedly diddled Drake, right?
Yeah, we actually have that clip, George, if you can get up SOT 1. But it's his Drake Bell talking about his experience. It's really creepy. Just little FYI warning to the audience.
All right, let's watch it.
I was sleeping on the couch where I would usually sleep, and I woke up to him. I just opened my eyes. I woke up, and he was sexually assaulting me, and I froze and was in complete shock and had no idea what to do or how to react. And
I know how I'd react.
I had no idea how to get out of the situation. Why don't you think of the worst stuff that someone can do to somebody as a sexual assault?
Well, and this young kid, I mean, Josh and Drake was one of the greatest shows in Nickelodeon's history. And Brian Peck is just diddling, supposedly, allegedly. I don't want to...
No, he went to prison for it. It wasn't alleged.
Brian went to jail for this?
Yeah, he went to jail for 16 months. Now he has to register as a sex offender. The one who did not face any criminal charges but should is Brian Schneider.
Dan Schneider.
Or Dan Schneider, excuse me. He did not face any criminal charges, but the documentary goes into all the creepy things he would do. We have a couple more clips if we want to.
Yeah, we want to get into this.
Yeah,
I mean,
let's bring up SOT 2.
Okay, wow.
So I went to production and said, you know, I really am very uncomfortable with this guy, Brian Peck, always being around my son. I go, I don't see anything abnormal, but it just doesn't, I don't have a good feeling. And she goes, oh, well, I don't know if you knew it or not, but he's gay. Maybe you're just homophobic and you just, you just don't understand that he's a touchy-feely guy. So I said, okay.
Wow.
And then it just kept not setting well with me. So I told people on the set, and I was ostracized.
You know, they say that your second brain is in your gut. So if your gut feeling is telling you that this guy's a pedo, he probably is a pedo. And that guy was right. Who was his son? Was his son somebody famous, Jimmy?
I'm not sure who his son was. Oh, that was Drake Bell's dad.
That was Drake Bell's dad?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, you know, have you seen this? And I'm not saying this, but, you know, I'm a conspiracy theorist, so I have to look at both sides of the, you know, I want to see all angles, I guess. Have you seen the people that are saying that this is fake, though?
Who's saying it's fake?
I don't know. Dan Schneider did a thing where he did an interview and said it was all misallegations and that he acted wrong. I'm not saying it's fake. I think that these guys are all pedophiles, probably.
I mean, like I said, that guy is a convicted pedophile who went to prison. Like that, no one is denying that. So the third clip actually talks about Dan Schneider and specific. So this is a joke I remember from my childhood that went completely over my head.
Is this the foot one, or is this the one where he makes the girl drink water upside down?
Well,
that was such a weird clip. There's a clip where it's one of those famous girls, I don't know which one, and she's like, "Can I drink water upside down?" Ariana Grande.
Yeah, we actually have that clip for when we have Ariadna on later. But let's just watch this clip from the documentary of SOT 3. Yeah.
Hello, citizens. Penelope Tate.
So, Penelope Tate is a character that Dan created.
My name is Penelope Tate. Yeah, I know.
He came up with the name Penelope Tate. The taint is the part of the body that's between the penis and the anus. Is that skin there? That's the taint.
Oh my God.
And Dan had said to us in the writer's room, don't tell what this word really means. He wanted us to keep that a secret.
I remember someone from Nickelodeon sitting with us and saying like, oh, does this mean, you know, this dirty thing? And Dan was like, no. Why would you think that's like tainted, like you've tainted something? And then we're like, okay, man, that is power. That is power. That you can just say you want something and it's done. That's what I thought.
So it got on the show, and it's one of those things where it's like, oh, you know, like, yeah, it's a young girl.
And bless Amanda, and bless the Amanda show.
In one scene, you know, she's praying in a twin bed. There's something so slimy about connecting this, like, sexualized genitalia joke with a little girl who's portraying a little girl, too. It was clear that there was a permissibility around these sexualized jokes with children.
Well, and this happens a lot in a lot of Disney movies. They try to sneak in adult themes, and I forget, what is it, like Little Mermaid or something? There's a penis in the castle. So I guess these creeps, they like to use kids to make sexual jokes. I mean, Penelope's taint, there's no way that that could be misconstrued. I mean, a taint is like she said, it's the area between your testicles and your beehole.
Well, and the difference in those Disney movies is typically all adults voicing a cartoon. It's not using actual children you're filming to make these sexualized jokes.
Well, at least none of this affected Amanda Bynes, and she's doing really well today.
No, that's see, it always has a happy ending.
It always has a happy ending, and I know Amanda Bynes is doing very well.
Yeah, well, and
is she out of rehab? I think she just got out of rehab.
Well, she was going to start a podcast, but then Drake wouldn't come on her podcast, so she postponed it.
No, all because Drake wouldn't go on it?
Yeah, that was her reasoning.
Have you seen the beef between Josh and Drake, though?
Yeah, it's awkward.
Do we have any of that? Do we have that clip? We really should have that clip where he's like basically defending Brian Peck. I mean, we don't have to play it.
Yeah, he's always been a Dan Schneider defender. So my tinfoil hat is that he liked it.
Oh, well, maybe he was kind of chubby on the show. Maybe he wasn't the hot one.
Yeah,
know?
Maybe that's a good point. He wasn't their first pick.
That's what I'm saying. So. And who's the guy, the Goldberg from the Mighty Ducks? Now he's like an ex-meth addict. You know the guy I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Do you really?
Yeah, I know the Mighty Ducks guy.
Yeah,
his headshot went viral.
Yeah, he's all methed out, and it's like, and his teeth are all scraggly. He just posted that he didn't get molested and that he wished he had. But that's probably because he was like a 300-pound 15-year-old.
Did that he wished he had?
Yeah, he said that he was mad that he hadn't. Yeah. That's a common trope in stand-up comedy, where they're like, "Oh, I went to Catholic school and nobody molested me." It's a very hacky joke that a lot of people make, sadly. You've never heard that hacky joke? You love
No,
hack
I've heard
jokes.
it.
Yeah,
It's,
you've heard it?
It's Always Sunny had the same joke.
That's what I'm saying. It's a hack. It's a, some hack jokes just get repeated. But yeah, it looks like these guys are a little picky. They went after Drake, who is much thinner, much better shape. Very weird that these predators are basically just doing this out in the open.
So this was Nickelodeon's statement on this. Is in response to producer's question, Nickelodeon has stated it investigates all formal complaints as part of our commitment to fostering a safe and professional workplace. We have adopted numerous safeguards over the years to ensure we are living up to our own high standards and the expectations of our audience. I don't think they lived up to those standards.
Well, I mean, their standards are really low. I mean, dude, they got Penelope Taint. It's like, I mean, what kind of standard is that? Dude, they wouldn't even let us do Penelope Taint here at the Blaze, I don't think. They'd probably be like, Alex, I don't know if you should do Penelope Taint. Yeah. And they let me get away with a lot of stuff. Yeah. So this is really, really, really alarming. But it's not surprising because you look at people like Jeffrey Epstein, who's connected with the Clintons, who's connected with the most powerful people in the world, having a plane nicknamed the Lolita Express. So the idea that powerful people are exploiting children is really not far-fetched, and I think we're just getting more information. But dude, this is the other thing. What's the culture like at Nickelodeon now? Because I mean, is it still have a bunch of child stars, or is that kind of era of multimedia dead? Like,
I think they still air SpongeBob.
Yeah, but SpongeBob, dude, that's the people of all ages kind of like SpongeBob. My point is, does Nickelodeon still create like vehicles like the Amanda Bynes show and the?
I am not sure.
Damn, Jimmy, this is just so gross. And Ariadna is going to give us her firsthand experience of dealing with these people. And then you have Netflix is doing shows like Cuties. But you like the movie Cuties, right?
My favorite movie.
You and Vito love that movie.
Loved it.
You guys watched it together? What was your favorite part of Cuties? Just say your favorite part. You say it all the time.
Favorite.
Which song did they dance to that you like the
There's
most?
so many jokes I don't want to make.
You love that. You love that movie. You came in. You're like, it's not as bad as they say. It's just, yeah. You were talking about how good the choreography was.
The acting's great.
Yeah, you said the acting was good. You really loved the
costume
design. Yeah, you loved the costume design. You said that the outfit should be a little more revealing, which I thought that was weird. I thought that was a little out of bounds.
Yeah, I don't know why I said that. Yes, and that's improv.
We're not improving, dude. You like Cuties, bro, and you're weird.
Let's go to the ad read.
Well, I don't know if we really should do that to our advertisers, a great company like that. Maybe we'll just kind of do a little buffer. Let's talk about the NCAA bracket real quick. Who's going to win it all? I think there's a conspiracy that there's always a top seed that loses to a smaller seed that has a team name that is like
that's a euphemism
for
phallic
penis.
Euphemism.
Like St. Peter's beat whoever.
St. Peter's beat Kentucky. Oral Roberts defeated Kansas, I believe, and then last year it was some other. Fairleigh Dickinson.
Yeah, and this year Longwood is playing #1 seed Houston. So if you're a sports bettor out there, you want to put all your money, your life savings on Longwood money line because you don't need the points. They're going to win the game. They are underdogs. Because you know why? The elites that rig these games, Jimmy, you might not know this, they all have a sense of humor.
Yeah.
That's why during Corona, do you remember this? You know how we have ceremonial quarters with like certain, animals on it that represent different states?
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that we had a quarter with a bat on it the same year that coronavirus came out?
I don't think that's true.
That is true. That is true.
No way. Did we really?
Look it up, you idiot! Gosh, why did I hire you? You don't even know the most basic conspiracies. Go on your phone right now, Jimmy, and type in bat quarter corona. Do it now. Hurry, hurry, hurry. We got to do an ad read.
Bat quarter corona.
Yes. And you're going to see a quarter, a ceremonial quarter.
Oh my God, you're right. It's American Samoa.
Yeah. And who even knows what American Samoa is? That's a cookie that the Girl Scouts sell.
Samoan fruit bat. Wow. Yeah. Wow. I thought you were making that up.
I'm not making it up.
But
I'm not making it up. I know stuff, Jimmy. Gosh. I wish you had the good kind of autism, like the one that made you, you have the wrong kind of autism. Okay, speaking of autism, you guys want to get jacked up on some delicious, badass, dark roasted coffee? I know I do. Born of a desire for a bold coffee and a need to build companies that support American values, CastBrew Coffee provides an alternative to the faceless corporate ecosystem and fosters a parallel economy that actually supports freedom. Try my own personal blend, Alex Stein's Primetime Grind. It's a dark roast, 100% organic ground coffee with 2 times the amount of caffeine. It's arguably the strongest coffee known to man. This coffee can also give you superpowers. After drinking this, I had the ability to punt a baby 100. Jimmy, no baby jokes.
Oh, sorry. I put
Please
this
do
in
not
last
punt
week.
any babies. Dude, we're getting in trouble with Newsweek and all this stuff, guys. Please do not punt any babies, but I understand it will give you that kind of superhuman strength. Not good, Jimmy. Just visit castbrew.com and use the promo code PRIMETIME to save 10% off your purchase. Guys, that's castbrew.com, promo code PRIMETIME. And now this is a call to action. I need one of you chat rats. We got almost 1,000 watching just on the YouTube stream. Go into castbrew.com and buy a freaking coffee so Tim will keep sponsoring our show so we don't get fired. Because Lord knows that we are on the hot seat. Are we going to bring up the Newsweek article now, or are we going to have Ari on first?
No, we're doing the Newsweek now.
All right, guys. So once again, your boy Primetime 99 Pimp on a Blimp has landed in some hot water. Okay? Newsweek does not like comedy, and they don't like satire. And apparently they think it's offensive to mutilate a doll. Which, you know what? I kind of agree with them. It is pretty bad, but it's meant to be bad. It's meant to be bad.
Why keep doing this?
And your dumb baby on our set. Ah! Oh my God. That's what we do with babies on our set. Jimmy, I'm sick of you and your dumb baby on our set. Ah! Okay. Part of the reason why I did that is Pat McAfee is one of the most popular broadcasters at ESPN. He was a punter, all right? So I'm trying to do more punting, more sports stuff. That was obviously a doll, and Newsweek thought that it would be so important to write multiple articles about that. So do we have a screen grab from the Newsweek
Yeah, we've
article?
got 2. Well, it's what Newsweek wrote about. So Patriot takes wrote this. During Laura Trump's interview, Alex Stein used a baby doll to pretend to punt a baby off his set. Afterwards, Stein lit the doll on fire, slammed it, repeatedly hit it in the head with a Biden shoe, advised having babies smoke, and threatened to light the doll's hand on fire. And there is my daughter, Tiffany, getting canceled with Alex.
You seem to make this about your daughter. Your daughter's fine. I'm the one that's getting canceled, Jimmy. I'm sick of it. Your daughter would be so lucky to get canceled,
I'm just so proud of her. It's her first cancellation.
I can't wait till she's old enough to know what the hell's going on, and she's going to say, Dad, I was the president's daughter-in-law had me in her hands, and then Alex punted a fake baby, and now I'm going viral on the internet. Your daughter has gone viral before she can even speak. So
it's pretty crazy. Well, we have one more screenshot, the follow-up.
Okay.
Fringe crazy nonsense. The View co-host, that was Alyssa Farah Griffin, blasted Laura Trump for her appearance for appearance on Baby Doll Abuse Show. She called us a Baby Doll Abuse Show.
Give me a break!
Laura Trump was on a show that joked about abusing and lighting a baby on fire.
We should sue them for defamation. It was a baby doll on fire, not an actual baby. So
Baby Abuse Show.
Tisk tisk, don't lie. Fake news media. What we did was totally okay. It was a baby doll, and
well, do our mandated apology right now.
You know, I hate doing these, guys. I hate this more than anything. But sometimes I have to come here and I have to face the music, and I want to apologize to the Trump family first and foremost for even getting you involved in my sick web of comedy. Did I know that this would go viral? Yes, that's why I did it, of course. I knew that this would be shocking, and I knew that this would get the attention of a lot of people. Did I expect it to be used to try to demonize Laura? No, I didn't really expect it to be that much. You know, they try to create this guilty by association, but I guess when you have people like Fani Willis and Letitia James that are basically prosecuting the president for crimes that he didn't even commit, I probably should have expected that. So I want to apologize first and foremost to the Trump family. And I'd also like to apologize to Mattel. That is the company that made that doll. I promise I will never, ever hurt another plastic doll ever again. I will never punt a doll. I will never smoke a cigarette in front of a doll. I will never kick the doll in the head or hit it with a Biden shoe. So from here on out, I promise to respect every inanimate object, aka a doll, with as much respect as I would treat Jimmy's human daughter with, which is not a ton, but it is enough respect that I'm not going to kick it. Or I might smoke near it, though. I am going to smoke near the babies. That's okay, right? My mom smoked with me while she was pregnant, and look how well I turned out. So I think a lot of kids probably do need to start smoking at an earlier age. That they did get right. Is that okay to say that, Jimmy?
Yeah, that's perfect. We kind of have to move on to the caption contest, though.
Okay, let's do the caption contest, man. At least.
Oh, shoot.
Are you kidding, Jimmy? We just got canceled, and now you're showing a baby with a deformed face.
Sorry, again, I put this in last week before we were canceled.
Dude, this is Joe Biden's America. I want to go back to Trump's America, where we could just punt babies all day long. Gosh almighty.
Well, let's just do that. All right, caption 1 at Cam the Man. Dan Crenshaw's child.
Now that's a good one. I like that. Yeah, Cam. What is that?
Cam the Man 559.
That one's pretty good. Okay, number 2.
At Gordon Bose, Mom thought it would be best to take all the mRNA boosters at once to make up for lost time. I love Mother. She knows best.
And it is safe and effective. We're not going.
We love mRNA. That's not even funny. That's just
we love Jimmy. You really love it. All right, number 3.
At Mark Miller, it's my wife and her boyfriend's baby. Looks nothing like me.
Well, wouldn't the doll be black if that was the case?
Maybe,
the doll is my same skin tone, so that is my DNA.
It's kind of a mystery.
I guess it is a mystery. All right, number 4.
At Buckets02, this photo is taken out of context. Actually, Alex actually saved this child from an organ harvesting cartel. Good work.
That's what I'm saying. You don't realize. Maybe I was protecting the baby by hurting it. You know, I was breaking it down and making it stronger so the baby can become a pro athlete. You don't realize this. A lot of pro athletes come out of broken homes. Did you know that, Jimmy?
I did not know that.
Yeah, because sometimes it's like a weed growing through concrete. Only the strong survive. So sometimes you need to have, like for me, I was born in a bail bond office. I was, burnt with lit cigarettes by my dad's secretary. I was yelled at and spanked a lot. And look how well I turned out. And I smoked a lot as a kid. So I think that's important. So we're very pro-smoking, but anti-baby dolls. All baby dolls on this set will now be safe. So guys, vote 1, 2, 3, or 4. I personally like number 1 the best, but we're going to let you choose which caption deserves to win by voting in the chat. All right. Now.
One more ad read and then Ariadna.
Guys, speaking of health, it's 2024 and you guys got to start taking care of your liver now more than ever. Why, you ask? Because the latest data from the American Heart Health Association indicates that adults with a fatty liver were 3.5 times more likely to have heart failure than those without a fatty liver. The American Liver Foundation says that over 100 million Americans have that fatty liver issue, which means many people are at risk. We literally throw so much stuff at our livers: cholesterol, alcohol, toxins, Tylenol, statins, cigarettes. That's why we have a sluggy, fattish liver that makes us gain weight and lose energy. For decades now, your liver has helped you with over 500 key functions every single day. It's time to help your liver. There is a solution. It's called Liver Health Formula. It's an all-natural supplement which contains 11 clinically proven botanicals that help recharge and protect your liver. So if you're looking to ignite your fat-burning metabolism, boost your energy, and transform how you look and feel, try Liver Health Formula today. And when you do, you guys receive a free bottle of our blood sugar formula to reduce those sugar cravings when you order. So guys, go to Try Liver Health Formula by going to getliverhelp.com/Alex and claim your free bonus gift today. Guys, again, that's getliverhelp.com/Alex. And you're going to get that free bottle of that blood sugar formula so you're not craving those sweets at night. You know, I take that before I go to bed, and now I'm not sleep eating all those cookies.
Yeah, now you really got to take those because it talked about how it helps your heart.
Yes, I know. And you guys have really been on me about my diet. You guys notice that?
Yeah, maybe because you had a minor heart attack, so...
The first of many, Jimmy. And guess what? I survived. And now what doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Not heart attacks. They actually make you weaker.
I don't know if that's necessarily true. I know that you're loosely related to some doctors, but I just don't know if that's true. I think heart attacks are good for you.
You know what? I just can't argue with this.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they're good because now I got my heart checked on and I got a bunch of free sandwiches. Actually, they weren't free. My insurance deductible is through the roof. That is... good old American health care system. All right, guys. Now it's time to bring on our guest, who is
Wait. We're fixing her camera.
No worries at all. Now we need to check in with the city council meeting. It looks like they haven't called the online speakers yet, but it looks like they are going to do it any minute now. So we really need to be keyed up and have.
So how are you? Will we know?
Well, I'm watching the meeting right now. Let me see if I can join on my phone. Let's see.
Yeah, let's actually try to get that set up. And then,
let's launch this meeting. Hold on.
We'll be ready.
Let me launch this. Yeah, guys, we're going to try. Oh, and then tomorrow night, we're going to be live from the Irving City Council meeting. That's right. We're going to do a live show, man on the street, IRL, whatever you want to call it, but we're going to be at City Hall. We're going to be speaking, and Tiny's going to be there too. So who knows what the hell Tiny's going to do? Are you worried about what he's going to do? So this is the meeting right here. We're waiting on hold. They haven't started to call the online guests, but I know that they are any minute now. And
I mean, do you want to keep the volume on like low next to you? Can you hear your name?
Probably so. I think I can hear it, but right now there's no audio coming through their speaker because they're taking a little siesta. But they will be back. They're probably trying to smoke us out. They're trying to make us wait. They know that I'm in the waiting room. Okay. Now, we bring on a former talent manager who discovered all the famous TikTok stars that you love today. Please welcome on Ariadna Jacob!
Hello.
What's up, Ari?
How's it going?
I guess you're not...
You forgot to say, and my favorite Latina.
Well, technically, AOC is my favorite big booty Latina, and then Sarah Gonzalez...
I'd say big booty. You could just say, like, talent manager Latina.
Oh... Do not say big-breasted. Everybody in my ear is talking about that. Guys, we're going to get in trouble. Do not sexualize our guests anymore.
I'm sorry.
Stop it, Jimmy.
You've already been canceled once this week, so.
Well, twice. Newsweek,
I'm glad you survived that.
Newsweek wrote 2 articles about the show this week, so we appreciate the publicity. Tell me, what the heck's going on in Hollywood? I know you deal with all these young people, but you're probably not surprised to hear the allegations in this document. Oh, let's see.
Abir Eldak,
well, hold on.
Forrest Haley, Syra Habernick, Avani Bravin,
Ariana, I don't know if you heard, he's trying to
Todd
join a
Mazel.
city council.
Okay, we're trying to join a city council right now, so we're not on the next panel. So we got...
you can move me aside if
No, but I just want to see if they called my name. So we got plenty of time.
Okay.
We got at least 30 minutes till I'm going to speak, so we're good. In case they said my name, we might have had to do a little 3-piece McNugget meal, have you on there. We might need you to complain to the people in New York City. Okay, so Ari, tell me about it. What do you think about this documentary, Quiet on Set?
Well, first of all, I hate cancel culture. So when I see a movie like this come out, immediately I'm like, is this a conspiracy? Is this a hit job? This guy was pretty powerful. Are people mad at him? Is this like a Me Too thing? But you have to kind of take it back to the time that it all happened. So I'm a millennial. I guess I'm considered an elder millennial. That's what my new show is called, by the way. But you're a millennial too, right?
Yeah, we're about the same age. Yes, we are. So we don't need to say that age. We're both 29.
Yeah, we won't say it. We won't say it.
We're both 29 years old, if anybody checks. So go ahead, sorry.
So all that on Nickelodeon went on the air between 1993 and 2005. So YouTube didn't even start till 2005, and Instagram launched in 2010. So this is a time where there's literally no social media. And I think that, what motivates people to lie and play victim and do the fake Me Too stuff is social media. So that wasn't a motivation back then. I think you had a lot of young people that, thought they were safe in this Nickelodeon environment, which is, a big company, and they weren't. And that's really the crazy, shocking part of it all. And then you can actually go and look at the receipts, which is the clips of Ariana Grande and, Amanda Bynes, who was, I used to be told that she was my doppelganger back in the day. You have
Ariana Grande vibes. Wait, actually, Jimmy.
I used to get Amanda Bynes.
Oh, Amanda Bynes. You do have Amanda Bynes. You have both. I don't really know what they look like. I'm just going to take your word for it.
I know you don't.
But Amanda Bynes is doing really well, right? Isn't she just, she's off fentanyl now? Is that true?
I have no idea, but I don't think we look as much alike as we did.
Not anymore. No, she looks terrible. Obviously, I'm being sarcastic. No, she's doing terrible.
I do feel bad for her because it's obvious that there was, there's a reason why a lot of these people are having issues as adults. So.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I mean, like Macaulay Culkin, I think he was the only normal kid star. I mean, not that he's super normal, but do you know any kid stars that really?
He went through a weird period.
He did. He had a weird period, but I'm just trying to think, are there any kid stars? I guess Leonardo DiCaprio was a child star.
Well, so Leonardo DiCaprio was, he was coached by this same guy that abused or alleged, well, no, he got convicted of of essaying, what's his name? Drake Bell. So Leonardo worked with that guy. So I don't think that guy was a good person overall. I don't know.
So,
Just from what I've
Alex, before we get too into the weeds, we have the Ariana Grande clip.
Is this the potato clip?
It's a lot. It's
Let's
basically
play
a compilation.
This is sick, though. This is not like honestly. I'm not, I always say like watch with caution. NSFW, not safe for work. This is really creepy and weird. But let's watch it.
And it
You're
aired.
more wet
It aired.
than even the wettest person in the world. Have you ever tried to get your whole big toe in your mouth? Check this out.
That's weird. Dude, that is
Sometimes
literally
I
like
wonder
pornography.
if you can get juice from a potato.
This part is bad.
Is it possible for a teenage girl to drink water upside down? I'm thirsty.
What in the world is?
It's not possible. This has been me in a video.
Oh, this is so wrong.
Come on, give up the.
That is so weird. What's your initial reaction?
I can't believe that they allowed that to air on television. And that's the problem, right? Is that when you're a kid, I mean, I don't remember. I think I got too old to watch like Ariana Grande on TV. But when you're young, you don't realize all the innuendos. But whoever was on set had to have known. And this is the writer. This is the guy that got hired to write all the skits and deal with all these young people. I mean, I mainly managed people that were over 18 because I was told by other people too. It's like there's just so many laws that protect, which is good, that like, you know, make it like you have to, they can only work, I think, 5
labor
hours.
laws. Yeah, they make it. Yeah, because well, because when I first moved to LA, I was an extra because I looked young, 18 to look younger. So I was always like in all these, you know, high school shows because they couldn't actually use high school kids because all the labor laws. So there are, you know, stuff put in place to protect these children, but it didn't seem like it was working very well on that set.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. And I feel like I don't know what their excuse is. I will say, you asked earlier, like, is there anybody that has come off of one of these shows and not been damaged? And I actually, my business partner for a short while was this guy, Jace Norman, and he was on the show Henry Danger, which is, I think, one of the most popular Nickelodeon shows that came after Amanda Bynes and Ariana Grande and all that. I mean, his parents were just really normal and cool people. And I remember them saying, though, that, you know, he spent a lot of his childhood kind of hanging out with adults because when you're on set and you're doing TV, like you're there all day long. I think he probably was maybe over 18 for a portion of that time. But even in the movie, they were saying that some of the kids were saying that he would say, well, can you guys stay later? You know, kind of put it under the rug that they're going to be breaking these child laws. So it's just really sad that, you know, you think about, I was managing TikTokers that were over 18 in these TikTok houses. And I was worried about, you know, liability and just making sure everything was okay. If one of the parents wanted to come, I'd be like, yes, please come over. Like, even though they were adults, but these are children. Like, what do you mean they wouldn't like allow the parents to go in certain areas? I mean, that's a huge red flag.
And, you know, on set, like you're changing outfits and stuff. Sometimes you're in a hurry. So like these kids are like, could be naked theoretically, you know, near these people. I think Drake was talking about how he got sexually assaulted while he was taking a nap on set. So you're very vulnerable. These kids are very vulnerable. And like you just said, it's an adult situation. Everybody on the crew is older. Everybody that's directing it is older. So there is, and you probably know this too, there's like this weird thing in Hollywood I was saying earlier, and Jimmy kind of rebutted me because Jimmy's an idiot. But like there is this thing where they try to put adult themes into kids' shows and movies. Like, you know, it's kind of like subliminal. I don't know why they do it. Maybe to be edgy, maybe because it's older people that are writing it. But why do you think that is?
Well, in that documentary, they were saying that, you know, adults were aware of these things, but this guy had so much power to make or break your career. Like, do you remember that show Entourage?
Of course, yeah. Are you kidding?
Remember, like, how
and Kevin, did you see that, Jimmy? I hate to give Barstool a shout out, but did you see owes Jersey Jerry all that money? Kevin, what's the guy's name, Jimmy?
Connolly.
Kevin Connolly owes Jersey Jerry $40,000. And you know,
I heard about that. I'm actually friends with the other one, Kevin Dillon. friendly
Kevin's
with him.
pretty
He's
cool,
super
but you know,
cool.
Kevin Connolly ripped off Kevin Dillon.
I heard about that.
Yeah, they were doing a podcast, and then Kevin Connolly just cut off the podcast, and Kevin Dillon was like enjoying it and wanted to do more episodes.
Yeah,
And-
he's such a good dude. He's a really cool dude. But that show was all about how cutthroat and like nasty, you know, and people I think watch the show and they're like, oh, haha, like Hollywood is this way. No, it's 100 times that. And so when you put, you know, literal kids into that scenario of, you know, am I going to get my own show? Am I going to get let go because I'm too fat because I got boobs or, you know, whatever. This is what these kids were dealing with. And one of the moms was saying that she even called the agent when her son, I guess her son, they put him in a role where he was the black kid and they were selling Girl Scout cookies and it made it look like he was a drug dealer. And she was like, why is my son the drug dealer? So, you know, but the agent told her, stop talking or he's going to get off they're going to take him off the show.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I know you're like, hey, yeah, I'll do whatever stupid stereotype you want just to keep the role. Yeah, that's how that is all about power and domination and like, you know, I guess taking advantage of young people. Okay, so we talked about this, and I do kind of want to stay on that subject, but what is going on now with your lawsuit with Taylor Lorenz, the devil reincarnate? Can you give us an update on that?
Sorry, I'm like trying to make this shadow that just came in.
No, it looks
really
fine. I know. Yeah, you got a little sun. No, it looks good. Yeah, no, it kind of looks like you have a cool shirt on. No, so what's the deal with Taylor Lorenz? She's a freak.
It's kind of crazy because I was managing all these TikTok people and it was during the pandemic when these people were making, they're about to make millions of dollars because there was no other entertainment going on. And so at the time, I didn't know it, but Taylor was represented by the talent agency that wanted all my clients. And this is like a huge Hollywood talent agency. So anyway, Taylor writes a hit piece about me in the New York Times, and then all my clients leave. So most of them that were big go to UTA, which is the same talent agency as
Wait, so
Taylor.
You're competing with UTA? I mean, that is one of the biggest talent agencies in the world.
Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't know they represented journalists like Taylor Lorenz, but you know, they got her a book deal. And anyway, it was cutthroat. I didn't realize that they were after me, but they were. And, you know, some of my former clients went on to make, I think, $90 million. The two D'Amelio sisters have made.
No, what? And you would have got 10% of that or 5%? What kind of deal did you have with them?
15%, yeah.
And were you connected with the Pauls too?
Yeah, I lived in 1600 Vine where all the Viners
I know
lived.
exactly what building that is. And that's right there in the
Really?
corner. Yeah, it's Sunset and whatever, right? Isn't it right there in Hollywood?
Yep, right in Hollywood. And like, it was cool to see everybody, like, that was like such a cool time to see all these people blow up on Vine. It was Vine initially.
Well, real quick, you know, there is a connection. It's funny how you say Vine because Josh Peck is now good friends with David Dobrik, who got famous on Vine.
Oh, I think I think he used to hang out at that building. I think I remember seeing the other one, not Drake, the other guy.
Josh, yeah, the bigger, the one that was now he's lost a lot of weight. He looks good, but I'm saying he was the fat kid on the show, the humor. He said that he didn't get molested. Do you think it's because he was fat? If he was skinnier, do you think they would have targeted him?
I don't know what his deal is, but he's being really salty on TikTok. And I feel like, I don't know, something. So here's the thing that's changed. So let's like separate those kids so the article that Taylor Lorenz wrote about me basically made it seem like I was one of these terrible managers that treated people badly. And the fact is, like, you know, I think what happened is that Taylor went to those people. These kids are starving for fame. Like, they're TikTokers. They want to be so famous. And so a New York Times journalist comes to the kids and they want to get verified on social. There's all these reasons why, you know, if the New York Times comes to you and you're 18, 19, 20 years old, they're just going to say whatever they say. Like, we don't even know Ari. We don't. Yeah, sure. She's terrible. She's the worst. Even though I was like helping them and doing all these things for them, I didn't do any of the things in the article. But I think the new culture is like victimhood. It's like, oh, if we pretend like we were bullied or Ari raised her voice at us or anything, then we're going to get to go in the news because somebody's going to say, you know, look what Ari did to these people. And they know that they can get validation and fame from, you know, there's tons of, you covered the girl, I'm sorry, I don't like her, the one that talked bad about the baseball player and ruined his career.
Oh, Lindsay Hill, yeah. No, I mean, I had her on the show.
But
Everybody
she
thinks
knows
I'm
how it
Lindsay
works.
Hill's best friend, but hey, not even trying to defend Lindsay on this one, but I will take this to my grave because they played that clip. In the clip, and I think Trevor Bauer should be let back.
Do we really want to go down this?
I believe Trevor Bauer should be back. Well, I just want to hear Lindsay Hill's side of the story.
Okay.
And now
No, I'm glad you had her on. No, look, I'm 100% on for you having her on because people should get to see for themselves. Does she look like a liar? Does she look, I mean, I don't know, maybe, do I look like a scammer? Do I look like I scammed a bunch of TikTok kids? Like, you know, you have to be able, and you don't have to answer that, but my point is somebody should be able to go on and talk about it, sure. But I just think that that's the new thing right now, which wasn't the case back in the 90s or in the early 2000s. Like, people weren't Me Tooing each other for fun.
You're exactly right. It's this weird victimhood currency where people can be like, I'm the biggest victim, and then, you know, people will feel sorry for you. And it's funny, yeah, you can fix the blinds because I can talk, but my point is, Jimmy is a perfect example of somebody that would use, because Jimmy uses his baby for clout, like we were talking about earlier. The Newsweek article is trying to cancel me. And
Canceling my baby.
Your baby's not getting canceled, Jimmy.
Hang on, I'm gonna fix this.
Stop saying that. Your baby is ancillary to the whole event. I'm the one getting canceled. Your job is the one that they're trying to cancel, Jimmy, not your baby. Your baby's not going to get fired from being your daughter.
That would be unfortunate if that happened.
Well, CPS is going to take your kids. I've been calling them and lying about
Are you still trying to sell my baby to the cartel?
I'm not trying to sell them. I'm trying to trade. I'm swapping your baby.
Oh my God.
For
I can't
what?
fix it.
Don't worry about it. For
Okay.
Cybertruck,
I have a
Tesla
conspiracy
Cybertruck.
about his baby, by the way. I don't think she's really named Tiffany.
Oh, it's named Tiffany, all right. Named Tiffany.
I don't know.
I wish you were right. But
He
that
almost named her Adolf. Jimmy was watching a lot of Nick
I feel
Fuentes
like
and
that's her
almost named her
stage
Adolf.
name, so you could like preserve her.
Do you remember that,
Terrible.
Jimmy? When you came to me, you said, you know what? I want like an artsy fartsy name. I love artists. You remember that?
well, thank God she was a girl because
I know, because if you had a boy, Jimmy's like,
Yeah.
I really want my son to be like, I really like this Austrian painter. And I was like, what? What? And that was very weird, Jimmy.
Yeah, thank God she became a girl, so I wasn't even tempted.
Young Dolph was named Adolf. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Yeah.
That's why he's called
Young Dolph. Yes, his name's Adolf. Can you confirm that, Brandon?
Now
Yeah,
it's worse,
absolutely
huh?
true.
Well,
Absolutely true.
Look at that.
So
Now you're
much
kind of
for-
backlit.
so much for
Dang.
my expensive set, you guys. What's happening here?
Ari, and we got over 1,000 people watching you right now, and we can't even barely see you. No, it actually looks pretty good. Now it's kind of like a spotlight. Okay, so let's get back into what we were saying. Jimmy exploits his baby. How can we make Jimmy's baby at TikTok famous? Because I know Jimmy really is.
She kind of already is. Do you follow me on TikTok, Ariadna? Because I exclusively
do.
post cute baby. Do you see the video of her throwing up on me yesterday?
That video is disgusting.
Oh,
where
I
you're
didn't
just
see that one.
No, he just has his baby. All of a sudden, the baby pukes. I don't think that's good, Jimmy, that you're posting
Aren't you
that.
trying to make like dad content? You know, so all the dad brands. So what's your pitch? Like, what makes you the world's
Yeah.
greatest dad?
So I
Definitely not.
I do dad boot camp videos with my buddy.
Hey, slow down, Jimmy. Will you tell Ariadna the latest bar that you took your daughter to?
Yeah, Katie Trail Ice House.
And then what was the bar you took her to before that one?
Olive Garden.
And then what was the bar before Olive Garden?
Olive Garden's the one we got kicked out of.
Yes, but you remember there was a bar before that. It was I think you maybe have gone. You've taken her to Katie Trail Ice House twice.
Just once.
Katie Trail Ice House, Ari, for the people that don't know, has the most STDs of any bar in the state of Texas.
I don't like you associating STDs when criticizing my baby. I'm just letting you know.
Well, don't take your baby to a bar where
there's
everybody
no-
has chlamydia, dude. You get a one, if you know. That's what I'm saying. That's on you, dude.
That's a very Dan Schneider-ish joke.
I'm not even joking. I'm not telling a joke. Stop taking your daughter to the bar. She's 6 months old.
It's 4 months, but okay.
No, she's not even 6 months. Ari, do you think it's okay? Would you take your daughter to the bar?
No, don't think so.
What the heck? I'm a fun dad.
Yeah, a little too fun,
Like
Dan
maybe
Schneider.
to like
Damn.
what's that place where you play the video games?
Dave and Buster's? Yeah,
Maybe.
Jimmy, why don't you go to Dave and Buster's? Then you can get drunk there, and it's totally socially acceptable.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, maybe we should do a live episode. Me just getting drunk at Dave and Buster's with my baby.
And we can
That
play.
would be actually kind of fun.
Yeah, that would be fun. And we can play some Dance Dance Revolution, DDR, and really just, slug back some. What do they have some cool drinks. I think they have a Dave Buster margarita that we can drink. So
Yeah. Well, Ariana, did you hear the story of how my baby got kicked out of a bar the first time we brought it?
No.
Please.
Oh, you got kicked out?
Yeah, we got kicked out. We walk in, and the
out?
owner's like, this is a bar. You can't have a baby in here. But in his defense, she was acting like a wasted white girl. She was crying for no reason, throwing up.
Oh my God, Jimmy, you're trying to do you're using your stand-up bits
yeah,
on
I'm trying.
Ari,
I'm trying them on Ari. If
They're
she
not
laughs, I'll keep it.
Funny.
Wait,
Jimmy.
I want to see if you guys laughed. Did you guys see my clip that I sent you of when I was 9 years old?
No, that was 2 minutes before the show.
And what is
too
the
late.
clip? What was it? What is she doing? What is she doing?
I didn't open.
You
I
can see
didn't
it
open
on my Twitter, but it's basically me doing fake YouTube when I'm 9 years old.
Oh, I love it. Here, I'll pull it up right now.
Here, I'll put it in the chat.
Well,
that's easier. Yeah, I know you guys are gonna love this. That's why.
Jimmy, this is what's most important though, Jimmy. This is an intervention because we see people like Dan Schneider and Brian Peck that are taking kids and using adult themes like calling girls Penelope Taint. We just want you to. Oh yeah, go ahead.
No, I forgot the part. Yeah.
This is Ariadna.
That one. Oh yeah, but you can't hear it. It's. Well, go on my Twitter and find it. It's hilarious if you guys see it.
News. O.J. Simpson kills one more person. Oh my
You're talking about O.J. Simpson killing
Yeah.
people?
Wait, no, listen. You didn't hear the joke.
I didn't know Minute Maid orange juice could kill people. I guess well, what happened here was that someone poisoned the OJ and, well, killed somebody. Thank you so much. And I'll see you next time on ABC, The Horrible News.
I'm sure Nicole Brown Simpson's family thought that was really funny and cute, Ari. Do you think OJ was innocent? Are you an OJ truther that he's innocent? That is. Have you ever heard that conspiracy that his son supposedly did it? Did you ever hear that conspiracy?
By the way, I see OJ all the time in Vegas. Like
no,
at the
you
same
don't.
Bar,
You see the
all
juice?
All the time. Every time I go to this one bar, it's a sushi bar called, I forget what it's called.
I'm going to Vegas tonight.
No. Don't worry about when Jimmy's going. We're going to be there May 2nd for an event, and Jimmy's going to be there.
Okay.
Maybe Brandon. because
I'll introduce you to OJ because he's literally
I will
at
go
the
so viral. If I meet OJ Simpson, are you kidding? That would be. I'm going to be like, dude, you murdered her, dude. I would call him out.
Dude, he might murder you back.
That'd be great. I'd go viral as hell. Finally, dude. I'd break the internet.
Oh my God.
You know, the reason why I was talking about it, kids are so, what's it called? We're kids. We pay attention to everything. My mom had that trial on for like a year, and I wanted to watch cartoons and Nickelodeon, and I came home and the trial was on. So that's why I was like, ABC, The Horrible News, all they play is OJ. And I made a joke that the orange juice killed everybody.
That was a pretty good joke.
That was pretty smart for a 9-year-old, but it's kind of sad though. That was everybody. My mom was watching that trial. My dad was. I mean, everybody was watching that trial.
Like, we don't realize how it's affecting us, right? But as a kid, it's like, obviously we're watching it every single day. And I'm like, my mom doesn't want to change the channel. But, I don't know if that made me like, weird or whatever growing up. But
in all seriousness, which sushi bar is O.J. Simpson? I'm writing this down.
Yeah, because Jimmy, you need to go find him, dude.
It's called Jing. Jing.
Okay, spell that. I'm not good at it.
And does he ever hit on you? What's the weirdest thing? Has he ever has OJ?
So no, one time I went to that Jing and I was with my friend Katie, who has, I think you saw Katie one time on a stream. She was the singer. She's tall and she has beautiful long blonde hair.
Mm-hmm.
He paid attention to her right away, walked up to her as we're walking up to the bar, and he's like, "Hey, my name's OJ. What's your name?" And she's like, "Well, obviously you're OJ." Like,
and she's a tall, blonde, hot girl, and that's just like Nicole Brown Simpson was a hot blonde.
He definitely has a vibe. Like, he was super nice to me, but he didn't like hit on me like how he hit on her.
Yeah,
I'm 5 foot tall, little Mexican.
Trust me, he'd like to hang out with you too, Ari. Don't sell yourself short.
He was very nice to me, but I wish you could talk to Katie, because Katie was saying that when they were talking in the bar, that he was trying to tell her about his family in LA, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm not what's her name's dad. I never hooked up with Chris."
He is Chloe's.
Yeah.
See, that's how I know.
Why would he offer that up out of nowhere? She says she didn't ask him about it all. And he was like, "By the way, I never hooked up with Chris."
Well, it doesn't make sense. Have you ever seen Chloe? She's like, I've seen her in person. I mean, I didn't get to talk to her, but like in LA, I saw her at a mall, and she had like a whole security team. But she was like as big as I was. She was as tall. She literally was like 6'2".
It's a little weird.
She had huge heels.
That's a conspiracy I believe in.
Okay, now let's ask you some real conspiracies. 9/11, inside job or exactly how the government said it was?
Probably not exactly how the government said it was, but not an. I don't know about an
Ari.
inside job. By the way, I found out you live in Dallas. You know, I'm like obsessed with the JFK. Like, I want to go to the grassy knoll and investigate CSI investigation. I want to see if I fit in the sewer drain.
You could fit in that
think I
sewer drain.
would
So
fit
what do
there?
you think happened? You don't think it was just a lone gunman, Lee Harvey Oswald? Do you think that the CIA was involved?
I think that the guy behind the Secret Service guy in the motorcade behind the president, I think he made a mistake and tried to shoot up and backwards, but he fell off the motorcade. And I think his bullet was accidentally like the last one that hit, the second one that hit the president. And so the Secret Service is like, you know, the military. And so they all protected him because the president was already going to die. He got shot in the neck. So they protected that guy. And I think that's why they destroyed all that evidence, because they were trying to protect the Secret Service guy. And
they were trying to protect more than that. But you know what's so weird about it, though, is like when you see the Zapruder film, and they say even that, you know, that came out later, that could have been edited, that the head goes back and to the left. Like, I don't understand, if you get shot that way, your head wouldn't go back. So I think it's pretty obvious that he got shot from a different direction, you know, or something. It just... the side.
Didn't it go forward?
Yeah, I mean,
forward and back?
It went like back and to the left. So I don't think it was like in Lee Harvey Oswald. If you see where the X was, because there's a big X on the, you know, on the ground at the grassy knoll. It just, the angle of the shot would not make your head go back. So I think it was either from the front or from the side where he got shot. And I think
the one thing I read though was that there was two different bullets. So like in the theory that
the magic
that
bullet
I'm talking
theory.
about. No, the one that I'm talking about is like the one that's the least sexy, because it's literally like somebody accidentally did the second shot. So they never figured out who did the first one. But they're saying that the second bullet was like the kind of bullet that like explodes when it hits its, you know, target, versus one
Hollow
that goes
point.
straight through.
Yeah.
And they did all these experiments with like a watermelon. Anyway, I'll tell you more about it, but I think we should go investigate, and we could like, you know, go to the grassy knoll and stuff. It would be fun.
JFK connects with our last one. They say in 1969 we were able to send the Apollo astronauts to the moon, and that was done under Tricky Dick Richard Nixon, right after JFK said that we will go to the moon in the next 10 years. So there is some conspiracy too, where JFK was going to expose the moon landing because he was he was liberal, he leaned, you know, he's a Democrat, and that he thought it was a waste of money if they couldn't go to the moon. And then just conveniently enough, right after he died, they went to the moon. So do you think the moon landing was real or fake, Ari?
I need to investigate this, but it sounds like it could be tricky.
It is tricky.
The craziest part about the JFK thing is that they put the head CIA guy in charge of his, like, imagine if you get murdered and they put the guy in charge to figure out who murdered you is like the guy that hates your guts. You know, I forget the CIA director's name, but remember JFK said he's going to break him into a million pieces or whatever.
He didn't want them to have a deep state.
He was in charge of the Warren Commission. So it's like your biggest adversary is now in charge of figuring out who murdered you.
Well,
That's just like, it's so
I'll just tell you
sad.
this much. We supposedly went to the moon, and we did not have email. We didn't have fax machines back then. So just imagine trying to transfer data from Houston to California.
Yeah,
It was impossible.
I'm going to look into this one. Do you believe that it's fake?
Yeah, I believe it's fake. Now, the last one. This is the one you have to answer correct, or we're kicking off the show. There's a thing called the ice wall in Antarctica. Are you familiar with the theory that the Earth is actually flat and not a round ball?
I think Logan Paul did a whole series on this. I believe everything Logan Paul says. So.
And he said it's flat. Isn't that correct, Jimmy?
Yeah.
Yes.
He did say that. The documentary, he's pretending to be a flat
I believe
earther.
all influencers. Anything an influencer
Alex,
says,
can I ask
right?
Ariadna a quick question?
No. Brandon
Okay.
can, though.
Okay.
Ask Brandon. Tell Brandon the question, that he can ask it.
Brandon's going to be like,
Jimmy, who's a married man, wants to know how Addison Rae is in person.
Jimmy.
I'm like really good friends with her dad. Still, I don't really talk to her much. She's really pretty, you know.
And she's from Louisiana, right? People from Louisiana are laid back.
She got famous when she was 8. I think she was already 18. So, you know, she kind of got to do all like the cooler stuff, like Charlie D'Amelio and them. They were still like little girls, but Addison, I will say one thing that's kind of funny. I think that maybe Charlie's parents like got a little bit mad because whenever I was around Addison, I was just like so in love with Addison. Addison is so cool. She's like outgoing. She could sing. She could dance. She's like friendly with everyone. And you know how parents are. It's like, oh, does Ari like that kid more than my kid? Or,
Yeah.
Like, and whenever Addison was around, I'm like, she's gonna be a major star.
Did she get a movie? Well, is she a star of a movie?
She got a
now?
3-movie deal, I think. 3 movies. She was in the Super Bowl commercial for Nerds. And she was on the Kardashians. She really like did the whole TikTok to real world.
She crushed it. No, tell me this though, because we only have a few minutes left. What do you think about OnlyFans in society? Are you pro OnlyFans or anti OnlyFans?
So my girlfriend Stephanie Gorzansky is like one of the top people on there. I think she makes several $100,000 a month.
Yeah.
And I got to kind of see the behind the scenes of how that works. And I was like, yeah, no, I couldn't, because people were like, you should rep OnlyFans people. Because I used to rep Bella Thorne. So people were like, and I just, you know, I don't know if a lot of people know this, but the people responding, like chatting with you that say it's the girls, it's really just a bunch of dudes. And then
they're handling their account. Yeah, it's like, because we had on a girl and her husband's like, yeah, I'm the one messaging all the guys.
It's so weird. And it's like, why would it? And then the guys are sending pictures and videos and they're so weird and creepy.
They pay to have people rate their wiener.
Yes, it's so crazy. I just was like, I don't want to, you know, what you learn when you're around. I was around a lot of toxic, like, you know, 18, 19, 20-year-olds that wanted to be famous. I don't want to be around a bunch of toxic porn stars that want to be famous. You know, I feel like that's a recipe for disaster. No offense to anyone. If you do that, good for you. But I have made sort of a pact that I'm not going to let any more toxic people into my life. But, you know, I hang out with people like you now. And my lawsuit with Taylor Lorenz is done, so I don't have to worry about the New York Times being like, "Oh my God, Ariadna hung out with Alex Stein, so
Maybe.
she ruined her own reputation. She gets no money." I used to be like so worried about hanging out with, you know, no
people
offense,
like
but,
me,
like, people like
controversial people, but now you don't have to worry about it. Honestly,
I can hang out.
I'm suing AOC, and it just went to the Supreme Court where it's okay to sue politicians if they block their constituents. So it's like, I'm happy I had kind of a small legal. Well, I had a small legal victory. My lawyer's been sending me stuff on it, but like really, it's just going on these court cases and stuff. Even if I win, it's really almost not a win because it's taking up so much of my time and energy.
Yes.
That it's
You're
kind of
so
like
right about that.
Yeah, and I got
people are like, why would you let it go? And I'm like, because the judge said that I had a good case, and I would have to put like $200,000 of my own money, even though my lawyers are paid for because they're doing it on contingency. It's like
you still have to pay filing fees. You still have to pay for stuff.
Yeah,
Trust me,
like
I got
$200,000. That's what it would have been.
I got a lawyer on contingency, and I love John Gross. He gives me a great deal.
Money.
I'm saying I couldn't afford another attorney, but I'm just saying it still costs money, even if a lawyer's on contingency.
Yeah, you're so absolutely right. And by the way, the New York Times hasn't lost a defamation case since 1960. So it's like, I'm going to leave that to like another billionaire to a billionaire to kind of fight that fight. I kind of got what I wanted, which is to, get my reputation
You went
back
on my dad's show, Tucker. You went on Tucker's show.
Yeah, I went on Tucker. And now everybody can watch me on my show. It's called Elder Millennial. And I talk about all kinds of fun stuff like Love is Blind and, I don't know, Meek Mill.
You think Love is Blind's fake?
Lawsuit.
That's this reality show. I mean, I've worked in a lot of realities. Do you think they see each other before? Or do you think they actually don't see each other in that reality show?
No, that part is true. But like one of the girls that just went on Love is Blind, she told the guy that she was a conservative and that she's a patriot. And then basically the internet went on and was like, bullying her and telling her that, where were you on January 6th? Like people are so...
Did she storm the Capitol? Did she storm the Capitol?
No, she just said she was a conservative on the show, and that's what everybody, on Twitter said about her. So it's like,
I hate her.
Yeah.
Oh,
but,
okay. Last question before, and
yeah.
you got to tell the people where they can find you. I know you just said that, but before you go, is Puff Daddy and Meek Mill? What do you think about all that gay allegations, all that stuff?
Okay, so I posted a video about Meek Mill, and he reposted it twice and then followed me. And so basically a bunch of left-wing Hollywood people were talking about how they were mad at Meek Mill because he was saying that Biden is too old to run for president, and that they were saying Meek Mill shouldn't talk and he should be like pushed out of Hollywood. Basically, they're saying like he should shut his mouth and Hollywood's going to end him. And so I kind of was like, made a video of like, hey, is this why they put him in the lawsuit? Because they want to end him because he's He's talking conservative.
Wow.
And
he said it's...
Yeah, he's talking about conservative talking points. And then when he saw my video, I could tell he got pissed. Not at me, at them. And he was like, I'm going to speak more. I'm going to talk about politics. Like, watch me like piss them off, you know? So
I love it.
He kind of got what I was getting at. So.
Okay, now tell the people where they can find you and how they can support you, Ari.
I'm Little Miss Jacob on pretty much everything. And you can watch my show, Elder Millennial, on X. Or if you go to eldermillenny.com. And I promise I will fix my lighting.
Don't worry about it. We'll have you on again. And Lila Hart in the chat says hi. We love Lila Hart.
That would be so fun. I think you're so fun, Alex. And I feel so free and happy that I can talk to you now and not be worried about stupid Taylor.
Yeah, now you can kind of talk to a real pimp on a blimp. And when you're in Dallas, we'll have you in studio. So, Ari.
Okay, that'd be so fun.
We got to go. You're the best, Ari. Talk to you soon.
And thanks, Jimmy, for thinking of me.
Do not thank Jimmy. Do not thank Jimmy. Do not thank Jimmy.
You're welcome.
No, well, you can say that, Jimmy. But do
no,
not
she's
thank
allowed
him.
to be nice to me.
No, she's not. No, she's not. She's not allowed to be nice to you. All right, folks. Wow, it looks like we got to check in with this stupid city council meeting. Well, no. That's the last panel of in-person speakers. So they're about to call the Zoom people. So I'm going to have to handle the Zoom on my own from the phone. Sucks that we couldn't do it live on the show. We knew that was, a possibility. Didn't work out. But guess what? There is a consolation prize. Tomorrow night, the Pimp on a Blimp and Big Nasty, a.k.a. Tiny, are going to be at the Irving City Council. If you're in the Metroplex, please meet us there around 6 p.m. The meeting starts at 7. We're going to have to sign up. We're going to give you guys the behind-the-scenes access. You're going to see my process of what I go through and what Tiny goes through before we go up there and humiliate the mayor of Irving. Now, that is going to be a show for the ages, I'll tell you that much, because everybody knows Primetime 99 IRL can't be beat. So we didn't get to it tonight in New York City, but tomorrow night I want you guys to get your popcorn ready because we are going to freaking light some metaphorical fireworks. All right, that's been our show.
Well, that's the caption contest winner. Caption one, Dan
don't show
Crenshaw.
the baby. Okay, we did like that one. Number 1, that's what I voted for. Thank you, Cam the Man 559. You win absolutely nothing. We should actually, if the show, maybe we should start giving prizes to people.
Okay, you can handle that.
How about this? Well, can I even say I'll do a giveaway on YouTube? I don't want to get in trouble, but I was going to say whoever tweets the link and gets the most likes on Twitter, I'll send him $100 on Venmo. But
all right, you can handle that.
But maybe, I don't know if I'm allowed to do that because people get in trouble like if you do giveaways and stuff. So just cancel what I said. I'll do this giveaway on Twitter, not on YouTube. All right, guys, that's been our show. But we end the show the same way every time with that freestyle finale. So DJ, hit that beat. No more punting babies, I punt the ball. No more punting babies, I make them fall. I love every single baby doll. I don't care if that baby's named Paul. I'm going to the mall and I'm shopping all day. Gonna vaccinate the gay. Gonna vaccinate the little baby. Stick the needle deep so it don't get rabies. I love all babies, not in a Brian Peck way. I just love their aura, love their youth. Not Dan Schneider, not gonna puke, cause I am a pimp. Kick the ball. If I got a baby, don't let it fall. Not Jimmy, so I don't take it to a bar. It's a little baby, don't let it drive a car. All right, guys, I'm Primetime 99 People on a Blimp. Like, subscribe. You guys showed out tonight. Tomorrow night, though, we make history. Irving City Council,